Hey everyone, my name is Drake Thompson, and today we're going to be talking about a growing issue that we have here in the United States. And this issue is something that many people are unaware of. And it's the fact that we use tons of trash here in America. Literal tons. In 2017, the National Overview recorded that in America alone, we produced 267.8 million tons of trash. That's so much garbage, it's hard for us to even comprehend how big that number is. So to help us understand a little bit better of what's happening, we're going to take this empty cereal box and see what happens after I throw it away. We're going to follow it through its journey. Let's see what happens. All right, after finishing that cereal box, we're going to go ahead and just throw it in the garbage. Once the bag's full, we take that out to the outside bin and wait till garbage day. All right, and then once a week on garbage day, take the garbage out to the curb. And this is where the journey ends for most people. The garbage truck's gonna come pick this up, take that away. The garbage is out of sight, out of mind. But what's really happening at the landfill? Where is this going? Let's find out. Okay, and the final destination for that box and the rest of the garbage is the landfill. The landfill is a site where all that garbage can be put into one area and then buried so it can begin to decompose and break down. With producing over 200 millions of tons of trash every year, these landfills are needing to expand. They're filling up fast. So in order to expand, they're digging deeper holes, they're taking up more land, they're opening new landfills. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how much of this amazing world I want to be covered in trash. I think we've already given up enough. So clearly there is an issue with space. Another issue is what's happening to these products as they break down. One of the issues is that in a landfill, there are a lot of electronic devices, and these often contain arsenic, cadmium, acid, leads, and different other toxic materials. As these things break down, they form a substance called leachate. Leachate is extremely toxic and bad for the environment. The landfill tries their best to contain this, but when it rains, sometimes that is able to seep into the ground and can spread to surrounding areas, causing there to be an environmental issue surrounding the landfill. And then with biodegradable products, when they break down in the landfill, they form a methane gas, which is a harmful greenhouse gas, causing other issues for the environment. So it's clear to see that the current method we have is an unsustainable way of living, and that there's currently issues now, and there's going to be more and more throughout time. We definitely have to start now to make a change, and this is how we can do that. Two great ways that we can start to make a difference to fight this problem that we have with landfills are with recycling and education. A few years back, I was able to live in Germany for a number of years, and I was blown away by their recycling system. Anytime you'd walk into a home, there'd be multiple garbage cans in the kitchen. One for glass, one for paper, one for biodegradable items, one for plastic, and it must go in the bin that it's supposed to. They're very efficient about putting things in the correct place. When I was first there, I didn't understand this. I accidentally put the few things in the wrong bin, and the landlord quickly came and talked to me about this. It was clearly an issue. And that's just how they're brought up. They're taught the importance from such a young age that it's just a simple way of life. It's not a hassle for them to go out of the way and recycle. And that was really big for me to see, because I don't feel like before that I'd been experienced to recycling. We didn't do that really in my home here in the United States. And so this was a great eye-opener for me. And I feel like I really learned how simple it can be to just sort your trash and what a difference it can make. In 2016, Germany was able to recycle 56% of their waste. That's amazing and much better than what we're currently doing here in the United States. Another thing they did that I really liked is when you'd buy a plastic water bottle at the store, for example, the price on it would say $1. You'd get to the checkout counter, scan it out, and the price would come back at $1.25. That extra 25 cents was something they have that's called fun. It's kind of like you're paying for the plastic. And so over time, the Germans would accumulate a bucket of bottles or something, and then when they get enough of them, they'll go back to the store, and the store will buy those bottles back from you. They give you those 25 cents back. And when you get enough of those bottles, that really adds up. And it was cool because people would go out of their way to make sure these items were returned and recycled to the store. I think that these are fantastic systems that really didn't make things difficult. I think there are things we could start to apply here in the United States. Another important aspect that I think we need to work on is education. As I said, I don't feel like I really knew how to recycle before going to Germany. I think we need to start in our homes, start with the youth, and explain how important it is, how simple it can be, and just start to introduce it as a lifestyle. And that can really make such a difference down the road. Another great way to start to fix these issues are to let people know that there is a problem with the landfill. When people know that this issue is there and it's growing, we have so many great minds in this country that can start to come up with different ideas, different solutions, and how to figure out how to make a long-lasting, sustainable system. If we can just put in these few minor changes, we can really make a big difference down the road that will affect generations to come. We live in one beautiful world, and it is our responsibility to keep it that way, to pass on to future generations. Let's start today to make a difference, to keep this world amazing.